South African company Pepco, which is the parent company of Pep Zimbabwe, normally known as Powersales, announced its exit from the Zimbabwean market. This came at the backdrop of losses of 4.8 million for the year ending 30 September. The largest non-grocery retailer in South Africa says it's closing its 20 remaining stores in Zimbabwe, bringing to an end its 20-year presence in the country. Chief among the reasons for exiting the market was the problem of the weakening currency. It should also be noted that Pepco is actually a big company, as we've said, the largest non-grocery retailer in South Africa, and it also operates Ackermans Tech Town and Refinery. And it has a total of 4,200 stores in South Africa compared to 320 in other African countries, that is, in its African division. In South Africa, where it is headquartered, they posted a profit of 6.1 billion rands and a total revenue of 42.5 billion rands. Now you would ask a question, why such a company would want to continue operating in a volatile, loss-making economy like Zimbabwe. Its other African operations have been struggling, but not so bad like Zimbabwe. As you know, Zimbabwe is only second after Venezuela when it comes to inflation. The decision to exit Zimbabwe was based on the continued adverse macroeconomic conditions affecting trading and weakening currency, Pepco said. Management is in its final negotiations with relevant parties to conclude the terms of sales. So the company, which once had 200 stores in Zimbabwe, decided to close the remaining stores because there were no signs of improvement in Zimbabwe's economic conditions, CEO Leon Lawrence said on Monday. So in 2014, the group started its restructuring exercise, retrenching employees and also closing down 2019 of its branches worldwide. I think they saw there that there was a dead end in the economy. Overall, its revenue increased 9% to 69 billion, that is in South Africa, and operating profit was up 12%, as we've said, to 7.4 billion. As you know, cement maker PPC last week reported that rising inflation and currency devaluation in Zimbabwe affected its half-year results. Now we are going to the 5 reasons why Pep failed in Zimbabwe. And number 1, forex shortages. As you know, all Powersales merchandise are imported from South Africa. They did not have any local brands or manufactured clothes. So with the forex shortages they failed to properly import their merchandise and clothes. It was seen in most Powersales shops. They ended up having just a few clothes on display, and actually people started losing interest in that shop. And number 2 is their cash-only payment methods. Multi-currency was banned in February this year. Powersales stopped taking payments in EcoCash as they wanted cash only. Probably the reason was to convert it as quick as possible. But as you know, 98% of Zimbabweans use EcoCash and mobile money transfer. This affected their customer base, and they ended up having low sales, which led to the demise of the company. On number 3, competition from boutiques and second-hand belts. So at the height of the multi-currency in Zimbabwe, a lot of boutiques opened that got their clothes from Tanzania. Actually, they got cheap clothes that were competing with Powersales. And also, the Mozambican border was open to second-hand bales of cloth, which were also sold at very cheap prices. But the boutiques were their major competitors because they sold cheap cloth, and also, as you know, Powersales relied on the cheap cloth index as their major selling point. And on number 4, they failed to adapt to market changes. As you know, although their merchandise were imported from South Africa, it seems like they only adopted poor quality merchandises, and the swag that was required by the market was not seen in Powersales merchandise. And also their loyalty base hit a rock bottom. Growing up, we all knew that people would buy their Christmas clothes from Powersales, but at the height of this, at the height of the multi-currency, people opted for boutiques and other retailers were mounting. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs with this closure by Powersales, or should we say PEP Zimbabwe. This is explained on Bangyati. We will be giving you more episodes on different issues that we will be taking a broader look. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and notification button. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.